Myths and legends are stories that have been told and retold so many times that most of us just assume they're 100% fantasy. But a lot of famous legends were actually inspired by real people. Here are 5 famous legends who actually existed. Number 5. Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh is an ancient Mesopotamian story about a demigod king who goes on an adventure to find the secret to immortality after the death of his friend. Historians believe that the story of Gilgamesh was inspired by a real Sumerian ruler of the city of Uruk around 2700 BCE. His deeds were likely exaggerated and embellished over time, eventually turning him into a demigod. Number 4. Prester John. The legend of Prester John is a medieval story about a mysterious Christian king in the East who had immense wealth and was said to be half black, half white. Some scholars believe that the legend may have been inspired by real Eastern Christian rulers such as the kings of Ethiopia or the rulers of Central Asia. The legend of Prester John inspired many explorers to set out on quests to find him, but he was never found, and the stories of his wealth and power eventually faded into myth. Number 3. The Pied Piper of Hamelin. The Pied Piper of Hamelin is a story about a man in a German town who leads the children away with his magical pipe. It's unclear whether the Pied Piper was a real person, but there is some evidence to suggest that there was a real tragedy in Hamelin in the 13th century that the Pied Piper legend may have been based on. This could have been a mass migration, a plague, or even the recruitment of children for the Crusades. Number 2. Krishna. In Hinduism, Krishna is a god who is revered as the 8th avatar of Vishnu. However, some scholars believe that Krishna may have originally been a real tribal leader whose deeds were later elevated into legend. According to some accounts, Krishna may have been inspired by a historical figure named Merigas, who was the chieftain of a tribe in ancient India. Number 1. Prehistoric Cyclopes. The ancient Greeks believed that there was a race of UANI giants called Cyclopes who lived in a distant land. These giants were said to be incredibly strong and warlike, but they were eventually defeated by the gods. Some scholars believe that the legend of the Cyclopes may have been inspired by the discovery of giant fossil skulls. At the time, the Greeks did not know that these skulls belonged to prehistoric animals like mammoths. They thought that the skulls belonged to giants because the nasal cavity of the mammoth skull resembles a single eye socket. Which of these legends did you find the most interesting? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like these.